How about them Hurricanes? How we doing? Are you kidding me? You guys aren't fired up? So far, reports that we have on Cam, everything seems to be, relatively normal. So I'm gonna head over there right after I get done with the press conference and see how he's doing. But he seems. I think we're gonna be fine. Okay. Obviously, aside from that, hard to talk about the game when something like that happens. But guys played really hard, overcame a lot of mistakes, self-inflicted wounds, and found a way to just keep making one more play, getting one more stop. Another explosive, right? Special teams finally hunkered down and did some good stuff for us. The kickoff return was massive, certainly a swing on momentum. Andy with his long field goals helped us out as well a ton. And Tyler, what can you say? Tyler, the receiving core. Xavier Restrepo, he's back there right now. I'm sure he's exhausted. The offensive line, the defense, just a complete team effort. Extremely proud of these guys. Played a really good game against a really good football team, really talented football team. So, questions?
Resilience after the first quarter that you guys showed, is that kind of your vision of the culture you're trying to implement here, that fight, that persistence?
Well, I think it's credit to the players because that's always been the goal. It's always, when you change regiments and you change cultures, you have a choice to make, and you could stick with what you believe in, and sometimes it's ugly, as last year was. But if you believe in it, you make sure that the right people continue to grow and stay, and you bring in people that are like-minded and hardworking, and that's a nice combination. And that leads to better culture, better atmosphere, better environment, better programs, better businesses, better organization. So that's where we feel that we're heading now. Today was a big step in that direction. Oh yeah. With Tyler? Oh no, he was outstanding. I mean, credit to him, credit to the offensive line, credit to the wide receivers. I mean, all of them took their turns. They all made plays. He's been an absolute awesome leader, and he had a lot of autonomy going into this game to do things. And the matchups, we felt that we had good matchups. We felt the receiving core has worked really hard and has proven themselves, in practice, and did a lot of good things in game one. And certainly, they're loaded up in the box. Hard to run the ball against them. Some massive dudes, a lot of 5 stars, too deep. And we had some success, but not much. But the passing game was, they were awesome. Really good.
Mario, I know maybe thinking with like a 30,000-foot perspective might be kind of difficult right this second, but compared to where this team was a year ago against the same A&M team, how far do you think this team has come in the last year, and what do you think this kind of win means for the program?
Well, I mean, I think that's a better A&M team than what we faced last year, quite honestly. They got better pieces. Their quarterback's a great player. Receivers are outstanding. For us, I would say culture, talent acquisition, strength and conditioning, player development, leadership council. Guys like Xavier, going the extra mile to be a great leader, leading not only himself but those around him, demanding more of their teammates. The scout team, I think one of the telltale signs of a good football program, take a look at what the scout team looks like. And the scout team has legitimate football players on there, guys that are legitimate high school stars that are still trying to find their way into the lineup. It usually tells you have a good front line. And we are working our way there. We're nowhere near where we want to be. We had a couple of guys that are nicked up, banged up, so we'll see what that looks like. But all in all, just a massive step for the program. We knew that. I mean, we knew they're a really good football team. I mean, they've recruited better than anybody in the country over the last 3 years. So they're loaded to the gills. But we work hard, we practice hard, we train hard, we prepare hard, and we felt that if we eliminated mistakes, we'd eventually take over the game, and we did.
Mario, it's kind of hard to tell from the press box, but it seemed like you were talking to Cam as he was on the ground, just wondering your words of reassurance. What were they, and what's your role in that situation as far as
reassurance and being there? That's as hard as it gets. You got parents in the stands. You got teammates. Football is unforgiving at times. I don't think that's the case here. I'm, again, very hopeful. I don't like to get ahead of myself, but I like to think positive and think that everything is trending in the right direction, and we'll get an update to everybody as soon as we get it. But
how big was that Isaiah Horton touchdown to spark things for you guys? And then can you also talk about the job Shane and Dawson did in the red zone?
Yeah, well, last year we had a tough time, right? I think we scored, I think it was 9 points. Shannon, we've been saying it for a while. Today he had a chance to prove it about being an elite person, an elite coach, just like Coach Guidry. But I think the entire organization, those guys as coordinators, their assistant coaches, they worked extremely hard to put together a game plan. And I think the best thing they do is they trust the players. They put trust in the players, and they have confidence in the players, and they call the plays that give them a chance to make a play. And, sometimes it doesn't work out, right? We dropped the post ball, right? We had a couple other mistakes that hurt us, but we went right back to the same guys and made some plays. So all in all, just really, again, honored to be a Miami Hurricane and proud of all the people involved in the organization tonight.
Mario, a lot of recruits here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
The importance of delivering against an opponent like this in front of them to show the step forward.
Yeah, everybody wants to see progress, right? The offseason is so long, man. That's what's hard about football. You have to, 9 months, right? What are you going to do? What are you going to be? What's it going to look like? Well, look, everywhere we've been, we've had a blueprint that has been successful. And we came to Miami, besides the fact that we love Miami, we know when Miami is done the right way, it's the best one of them all. We are taking steps in the right direction. We are progressing. We are nowhere near arrived, nowhere near where we want to be. But today was a big step in the direction we want to go, and just extremely proud of everybody in that locker room. Nothing I could say in public here to you, but well, it's both. It's like, and it's like you'll have to go back in, and you're going to have to play and make plays to win the football game. It's a long game, right? It's a back and forth, especially in a game like this. They've got really good players, and you're not going to run out the clock. You're not. Maybe at the end of the game you get the ball and whatever, they're out of timeouts and you have a chance, but you're not. You're going to have to keep trading scores, getting stops and whatnot, and those are guys that have proven, especially these last 9 months, that they have worked themselves into being guys that we can count on to win. And we had to overcome some stuff, and we're going to get right back to work tomorrow to fix those things and go get better as a football team. We got a game on Thursday, not much time to rest, but we'll be ready to go.
Mario, what did you think of Lance Guidry's strategy to kind of bottle A&M's receivers? They got their numbers, but you guys kept getting a lot of momentum swinging plays there.
Yeah, I think when we lost Mesidor, it affected our pass rush a lot. I thought we were doing a really good job of keeping him bottled up. Our rush lanes were pretty disciplined. He got out, I think, 3 times, maybe a 4th time we broke contain. We didn't have a contain guy. That was a bust. But all in all, I think we did enough to confuse him, to prevent some big plays. He heaved a couple up. We missed time one. You saw Jaden. Jaden jumps a split second later. He gets an interception. Love the way our DBs competed. That's a great wide receiving core, right? They had a great week last week. But Guidry is, I feel the same way about him as I feel about Shannon Dawson. He's a real one. And he called a great game. And he planned them and he schemed them up really well. And, the guys believe in him. They do. And they play hard for him. They play hard for each other. So fun to watch.
Coach, James makes an aggressive play at the end of that game, and the refs review it. What's your view on aggressive plays like that in today's game?
My view on aggressive plays? Gosh, my sons will tell you I love them. You know what I mean? It's the way football is supposed to be played. You don't want to get anybody hurt. Please understand that. I don't ever want to see a guy get hurt. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in anything cheap or dirty. I don't. But a physical, hard-nosed, tough brand of football has got to be part of the Miami DNA. So you love to see us take steps. Sometimes we've gone a little bit over the edge, and we just got to keep teaching. Everyone always forgets these guys are 18, 19, 20 years old, right? So if we're supposed to be good teachers, let's teach them, and let's go get better, Okay, guys. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you.